Marvin, that we table this until May 23rd. Is that a meeting date? And coincidentally, one of us doesn't have to be here. So,
What a guy.
Go ahead and finish this up right now.
I'm going to say
Don't have to say.
we ask the attorney to look into the Plano thing and see how they're doing it. I'll never assume that we're 100% right, so if there's a way to review what anybody else is doing, I think that's fair. So we'll table this until May the 23rd.
Look at the Dallas deal.
And further, well, he did mention, you looked at Dallas pretty
The
close.
latest in Dallas was a briefing to council.
Briefing.
There hasn't been any action to
The thing-
do anything.
Yeah, I like that plan, first of all, but I think what we're hearing the citizens say, you know, you've heard the saying, City Hall carries a big stick, right? So we don't want to carry a big stick and do things that we don't feel like are legally sound.
Get it sued.
But the fact is, you can do things until you get sued and then change them, right? So what I hear some of the citizens saying is they want us to drag our feet a little to maybe have to do something. The problem is that we've got ones that we don't have good control over currently. While we say they're illegal, we're not taking action to shut them down. So we're letting them sort of operate with no, so that's what it's going to come down to is, you know, if you took a super hard line, then you'd shut them down and wait to get sued, and then you could change and allow them. Or realizing that if we did get sued, we would lose, which is what Joe's saying, then we pull back from that and try to allow them to regulate them so that we're better off than we are today, which is rather unfettered activity.
And that was my thoughts on it, because
That's ultimately what we've got to decide on.
Because the first time we talked about it, and I pretty consistently for over a year, I think, said, you know, we proceed until it's reached the point where, you know, basically somebody's got a gun to our head. And in that time, we've gotten more problem spots, like the Inspiration one popped up, and so it doesn't seem like that's actually working. But anyway,
Right.
so we'll table this until May 23rd. Okay.
Or such time, I mean, we don't want to consider it if staff's not ready, or the attorney's not ready, or whatever, so,
Okay.
Fair.
I think it's doable, but
okay.
I'll communicate with Marvin.
Are we gonna go forward with the things that are in here that have been highlighted?
If it's something, to me, if it's asked, then yes, I've felt what
Or
y'all
you
put
just
together
wanna wait and hear what they say on the 23rd?
was a good ordinance, but
What does that tie us to as we pass this? Could we change it to 23rd?
I think Marvin's just asking, do you want to
No.
discuss some of the issues within the ordinance, make decisions about what it would say in the end if you adopted it, but I don't know if that makes sense to them.
I don't know. I think we would,
Okay.
Is there anything being considered right now through the legislature that's gonna affect this on this year's agenda?
You know, I think I recall that there was one bill the last time I saw it. I think the current status at that time was that it was left in the committee, so it didn't have a feeling it was gonna move forward. I can look into that and make sure I have the most current information on that next time we meet as well.
That bill you're talking about, last time I looked at it, it was still in committee.
I mean, but there are bills in committee right now that will make it
I'll
out.
make it out, that's
Yeah.
They can move at the end.
Very quickly.
Okay, so we're gonna move to, and thank you, what was your name again?
Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, James. Thank you, Bob. And we'll move on now to item number 13, which is consider approval of ordinance number 1378-2023, amending the general fund budget by expending park dollar donations for upgrading ball field lighting and purchasing thermoplastic trash containers at the park. And if Mayor Pro Tem Chisholm will take this, I'm going to step out and try to call our daughter before.
Margaret, if you wanted, or Leanne, whoever wants to explain what
Okay,
the need is.
well, certainly.
Thanks for asking.
This is leverage.
Well, I knew she'd open park for it.
That's right. So the lighting has been going on for many years, and we have not been able to get anything done for whatever reason. It now has been done, so you see what it cost us. We have had no complaints from the community at all, and it is an airfield, landing, right, right. There will be no mischief around the park. So that was good, but it does cost money. You see here the thing. So then, we have the big Parks Master Plan coming. We don't know what that entails yet until they present it. So the Parks Board has been weighing out what they can do cosmetically so that we don't have a bunch of rundown stuff for a year until we actually would get to move on anything in the first place. They've been weighing that versus what we shouldn't do and spend money on. And so one small step forward was we all agreed that it definitely, and Bob, you're on the Parks Board, so feel free to speak up too. We have to start doing something that will improve the appearance and bring some pride, even if it's the kids around there. And so, lo and behold, we're cleaning up the trash with new trash cans. And trash cans are rather expensive, you can see that, but we decided to go along the philosophy of when people have something nicer looking, then they may be more focused on keeping it cleaner and move in that direction. So we're going to shoot for these trash cans. We were just hoping, I was just hoping for a few, and they went all the way with it, which I think is great because then it will be consistent all around the park. But we have increased the traffic with the ball playing, and we have blue barrels out there, and it was just time to upgrade and look better.
Which trash cans did you choose?
We chose the ones without the dome. I
was gonna tell you, that's not.
No,
I'd choose the one with the dome.
Yeah.
You were
With
the
the
one
cover?
that
That's what I would.
With the cover?
Because they
Yeah.
just stack a whole bag that funnel down, they'll just put a whole bag on top. I deal with this daily.
Oh, yeah, the rainwater.
Yeah. But,
So,
and they
Jeremy,
tear that top off of that one, but at least they can't sit a bag on it and just fall off. Even if it.
oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah,
see what
the
you're
whole
saying.
truck's done.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Um,
have to bring all the household
So there was a lot of deliberation on which one of those two to choose, and in the end, we
Y'all already
decided to
chose,
choose,
doesn't matter.
yeah. And we may go back, and as we go further, we can still choose matching with the top. And if it's a lot of issues, we may be able to just replace the top. But
Yeah, those, you can buy those separate.
okay.
Good.
And so, that's where we stand. Small step forward in the name of cleaning up River Oaks and developing a little pride. So
may
that we
approve.
can get healthy and fit back here.
So I can fit through the, yeah.
Well, and I can't squeeze up anymore.
Is this part of the
No.
plan, or?
No,
or
this
you
was
don't
just-
have the plan yet?
We don't have a plan. That's what I was telling you. We were just trying to figure out what we could do in the meantime to improve the appearance of everything. And I do believe that kids will comply, because I do believe that when kids have pride in something, they will work to keep it clean. And even that day we were out there, I asked them, the trash just doesn't seem to make it in the trash can. What's wrong, guys? You can shoot at a goal, you can shoot it in the trash can, and they even just suggested some different locations. Like, you want us to walk 5 feet, then let's put it right here. I mean, they were funny. But, and I will say, there has been less trash on the ground around that one place. They suggested the trash can. So, the funny little things sometimes. But anyway, so that's that. We have, I kind of choked when I saw the cost, but, it takes money to have quality of life and to make things look private. It's kind of like real estate. You got to spend some money fixing it up if you want people to come in and look at it. So, there we stand.
I make a motion to approve ordinance 1378-2023.
A motion second to approve ordinance 1378-2023. Is there any further discussion?
Yeah, all right, comment. I realize this is, dollar to